नमस्कार दोस्तों, आज रेडियो नायरा पर मैं हूं आपकी होस्ट वैष्णवी और आज इस शो पे एक ऐसी खास इंसान, वेरी स्पेशल पर्सन ऑन द शो, जिन्होंने इतनी सारी फिल्म्स की, आई थिंक 160 प्लस फिल्म्स। एंड शी इज़ 5 टाइम्स नेशनल अवार्ड विनी है एंड बेस्ट एक्ट्रेस के लिए, और उन्हें पद्मश्री मिला है, पद्म भूषण एंड लॉट मेनी फिल्म फेयर अवार्ड्स। एंड मतलब लाइक 50 years से शी इज इन, लाइक शी इज जस्ट रूलिंग। एंड इट्स नन अदर दैन शबाना आजमी जी। शबाना आजमी जी, वेलकम टू द शो। रेडियो नायरा वेलकम्स यू।
Thank you very much. Namaskar. Adab.
And it's so glad to have you on the show. And we know that you are coming to Raleigh on 2nd October. So we are so
Mhm.
excited. In fact, the Radio Nyra team is so excited to welcome you here
How
in
wonderful. I'm
Raleigh.
so
Yeah, and
happy.
I think
Yeah,
this is the first time you are coming to Raleigh.
that's right. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. How are you feeling, ma'am? How is everything with you here?
Well, it's been hectic, and
Mhm.
I sometimes have come to the conclusion that although I grumble about it being so hectic, this is the kind of energy in which I bask. So I, I'm, I'm looking forward, and I'm really looking forward to the rally, people to come and support the play because I really feel that it is a very special effort. Technically, it is very challenging. The play Broken Images in English has been written by Girish Karnad and directed by Alec Padamsi, all of who are big stalwarts of theatre. Girish Karnad, I've acted in several films, but as a writer, this is the first time I'm doing the play, and I'm really looking forward to it.
And आप लेके आ रही है like broken image.
That's right. The play is called Broken Images, written by Girish Karnad.
Right. So is it special to your heart? Is it like personal touch to it? Like what is it about?
You see, it is definitely technically the most challenging play that I have ever done. And Ryle Padamsi, the producer of the play, and also Alec Padamsi's daughter, has been talking to me for a long time about doing a play together.
Mhm.
And then one day I was at performing a play at the Singapore Repertory Theatre and called Betrayal. And she sent me the script and I just read it and I said, yes, let's do this. Let's do this without even realizing what the challenges would be. And the good thing about the writing is that I play two characters in it. And I'm not very sure which of the two characters I'm on the side of. So, in a
Okay.
sense, the audience becomes the third character because it's the audience response that also makes me swerve sometimes to the left and sometimes to the right. So, it's unlike anything I've experienced before this, and I I like the script. Every time I read it, I find something different in it, and it continues to be very challenging. So every time just before the performance, I feel, अरे बार आपकी बात मैं पकड़ ही जाऊंगी. ये मेरे को इस वक्त जो है, let me get out of it, and I promise you next time will be better. But it has we've traveled with it all over the world, and we've got um, standing ovations everywhere and stuff like that. So it's been a very satisfying experience.
Mhm. And if we talk about the stories which you select, you said like script आप पढ़ती हैं उसे, तो your debut film from Ankur, if you look at Masoom या फिर Neerja, which I watched, and all these movies have some special character and some inspiring story behind. So do you really select the script
Yes,
and
yes,
then
absolutely. Yeah,
decide
yeah.
on the
See, you must remember that I am a trained actor. I passed out of the Film and Television Institute of Pune, which is really a very big institution, with a gold medal for the best acting student. I have a background because my mother, Shaukat Kafi, was a extremely well-respected actress in theatre. And my father, Kafi Azmi, was a writer and a lyricist and a poet. And so I had an atmosphere of artists around in the house. I remember when I was just 3 years old, my mother used to take me with her on her tours when she used to travel with Prithvi Theatre. And Prithviraj Kapoor ने मेरे लिए जो है वो छोटे बच्चों के कपड़े बनाए थे और ग्रुप सीक्वेंसेस में वो मुझे स्टेज पर छोड़ देते थे. तो
Wow.
ये जो माहौल है और उसमें स्पेशली ड्यूरिंग इप्टा एटसेट्रा, so it was something that I just breathed in that air. But जो सबसे अच्छी बात है वो ये है कि I along with Farooq Sheikh I started a Hindi theater group in St. Xavier's College, because at that time there was no Hindi theater, there was only English theater. And so Farooq Sheikh and I found the Hindi Natya Manch, and we would win all the intercollegiate awards, for best play, best actor, best actress, director, etc., etc. So I started really enjoying that. And I remember one day I went up to my father, Cafe Azmi, and I said, Abba, I would like to do acting seriously. I want to become an actress. So will you support me? And he did, and he said something so beautiful, for which I'm so grateful. He said, Bete, I will support you in whatever you want. Tomorrow, if you decide that you want to become a mochi, you want to become a cobbler, you want to make a become a shoemaker, I will support you even in that, provided you tell yourself that I will try to be the best shoemaker in the business. So,
Wow.
when you have that kind of support from your parents, then the sky is the limit. So, in fact, मुझे हमेशा ये लगता है कि parents who have fixed notions about what they want their children to be, engineers, doctors, etc., always hesitate if their child shows an inclination towards the arts. Because उनको लगता है, "अरे यार, आर्ट्स में कुछ भरोसा नहीं है और नौकरी लग जाती तो अच्छा है." मगर मुझे लगता है कि अगर इस तरह से माँ बाप का सपोर्ट मिले, तो then if you see all the artists that are doing well, had originally started, many of them, for instance, had started with a different career in mind. I remember Shankar Mahadevan, uh, who I value very much as one of our best singers. He was coming away to the States. He'd got a job as a civil engineer. And just before he was to leave, he told his wife to be, this is something I don't want to do. I really want to do music. And she said, I'll support you in that. And now look where he is. So
Absolutely.
we must really encourage our children if they've got, uh, if they have artistic inclinations.
Yes. So, Shubhanati, so my brother is an actor himself. He does sometimes in web series in India and all of that. So, and
Mm.
what you just said, we had the same challenge when my younger brother said we want to do acting. So we were going through the same motions of is that a career choice right for him or not? But
That's right.
also whether it's mom, dad, or everybody, and no, we had nobody who had ever done in art field. So it
Yeah.
was such a challenging thing for us to accept. So we went through those motions, but he is an actor today after 25 years.
This is wonderful. This is wonderful, really, because artistic pursuance, you need a lot of patience. And yes, it's true that you cannot guarantee that you'll get work quickly. Lekin, if somebody has a real passion towards it, towards music, towards painting, towards writing, towards acting, they really should be encouraged. लेकिन उसमें होना ये चाहिए कि then if they have some talent like that, then it is extremely important that they should also, you know, enroll themselves in getting professionally trained. I'm a great believer in professional training. For instance, I don't think I think that if I had not gone to the Film Institute to study acting, uh, then maybe I would not uh, be the actress that I am. तो ट्रेनिंग जरूर करना चाहिए आजकल के बच्चे the people who want to become actors just fancy the fact that they look pretty, they can dance, they can ride a horse, their
Right.
bodies are good. But that's not what acting is about. Acting is really about dedicating your life to observing people, to using imagination, to throw yourself deep down in the process of acting. क्योंकि आमतौर पे सोचते ये हैं कि young people, they like the way Shah Rukh Khan uh, says a dialogue. They love the way in which Alia Bhatt says something. And then they just become imitative. They try to imitate that. That cannot be acting because acting has to come from within you. So you have to broaden the horizon of who you are as a person because the an artist's resource base should be life itself. So you need to be connected with life and you have to
And,
find the character from within you.
and we could notice that in your characters which you have played, especially in Masoom and Earth, they were very slow paced movies to even
They were
the.
not slow paced. No, I disagree. They were not slow paced movie at all. The
I think
slow pace,
Masoom, yeah, I'm
neither
sorry.
neither Masoom nor Earth was so slow paced. It was the other, the what we refer to as parallel cinema. Some of those films are slow paced, but that's the nature of the beast because the
Yes.
way they because their content is different from the content we are using we are used to seeing. Also hota ye hai that we grow up just consuming mainstream commercial cinema.
Hmm.
Now if you've never been exposed to international cinema, to world cinema, then suddenly at age 21 you're not going to suddenly start liking a certain kind of film. Today, of course, it's much better because of OTT and the availability. But during our times, we didn't have any access to a Kurosawa or an Ingmar Bergman or a Fellini had I not gone to the Film Institute. And had I not been exposed to these people, I think my whole notion of what acting is would have been different. Then I was fortunate to start with Sham Benegal with
Yes.
Ankur, and then Ankur became, a cult film, and it also got me the national award. So then that trajectory started. The parallel cinema started with Champ Benigals, Ankur, and I was lucky to be at the right place at the right time.
Right. And I have watched Masoom of yours, and in that, I felt like even the silence has dialogue.
Of course,
That was the so special about that movie. And the song, of course, I mean it's evergreen song, which maybe end of our call I would definitely want to sing with you that
yeah.
song. But yeah, that is like I have been listening to that song, and till today I listen to that song. That's how the
Which
movie
one?
was made.
Which
So,
song?
Tusse Naraz.
Yeah,
That song,
yeah,
I mean, like the movie, even the silence has a dialogue there.
yes, yeah,
So that
absolutely.
was the speciality I felt. And about you, like on, if you talk on women and society, cinema में और real life में, आप हमेशा वुमेन एम्पावरमेंट की आवाज़ बनी है। तो आज के नए जनरेशन के लिए चाहे वो मूवीज़ हो या फिर जो भी वो करना चाहती है ना, आपका क्या मैसेज होगा उनके लिए?
And reason is, Shivanaji, this show we are also supporting a association called Kiran in our local area that supports all the women who have suffered through domestic violence locally. So this organization actually gives them energy and will to come back to life which they deserve. So they have helped several women like that.
Yeah.
Because that resonates with me because I run an NGO called Mijma Welfare Society, which works for the empowerment of the rural woman and the girl child. It was started by my father, Kafi Azmi Sahab, uh, in a tiny village, Mijwa, in Uttar Pradesh, UP. Uh,
Mhm.
the village in which my father was born. When he went back to the village after 30, 40 years, he realized that it was a village frozen in time. And so he decided to set up this NGO, Mijma Welfare Society, with a focus on the girl child and women. And today we are doing very well because it's a seamless thing. You know, what we do is we provide college education and up to the level of inter-college. Then we have a computer center. Then we have a very big center where we have taught the women the art of chicken curry. And Manish Malhotra, the Bollywood designer,
Mhm.
gets all his chicken curry work from the village in
Wow.
Mijwa.
Oh,
Then what we do is every 2 years we have a fashion show in Mumbai in which all the stars have walked, whether it is Shah Rukh Khan, whether it is Ranveer Singh, whether it is Ranbir Singh, whether it's Deepika, Priyanka, anybody, everybody has walked. So, you know, when we bring our girls from the village and so excitedly they say, दीदी दीदी वो जो शेरवानी पहनी है शाहरुख खान ने वो तो मैंने एम्ब्रॉयडर की है. You know, so
oh
it
my
it
God.
leads them to so much sense of empowerment. And what we have made sure is that they open their own bank accounts, that they are in control of their money. Because often what happens is, even when a woman is working, the money either she hands over to her husband or she hands over to her mother-in-law. She cannot decide what she wants to do with the money. But in Mijwa, we have absolutely insisted that she opens her own bank account. She has access to her money. You know, so what has happened now is the women are earning so well that their status within the family has changed, because from being looked upon as liabilities, they're now being looked upon as assets. And the women themselves, whether it is uh, domestic violence, whether it is the lack of attention women pay to their own health or their education or etc., all that has changed. And what Mijwa has been able to do, which is really remarkable, is that we have been able to eradicate child marriage
Mm,
completely, not only from Mijwa, but about 40 villages in and around Mijwa. So
that's
that is a very, very major thing.
right. Oh
Wow.
my God, that's a
Uh,
huge thing. I mean, it's just not like we are talking about a village, it's about all the lives who are there. So,
which
Absolutely.
right.
yeah. So I think that this goes in line with what this organization is doing, because we didn't don't realize that in America that could happen in the
Oh, yes,
city.
we do realize, of course, and within especially the South Asian uh,
Yes,
diaspora,
community.
because so I mean, there's Apna Ghar, there's Maitri, there is so many other organizations that are also working. So I hope that you are making connections with all of them, you know, because it's very important to make networks and strengthen what groups are doing instead of working in little silos.
Absolutely, absolutely. But I think all the other ladies and people are excited to see. The question is, when a lot of people are have been asking about the play, so what I think they should expect while they come. Is it family drama? I mean,
They
two sisters are talking.
they
So
they uh, they will experience something I can say for sure that they've not experienced before. It's
Yeah.
a conversation with two women. You don't know if that other woman is her sister or her conscience or who is that, and that you discover only at the end of the play.
Yeah.
So it is, I promise
ah,
you,
Name
it'll be.
itself, the broken images itself shows that, we can't, like, it's so mixed feeling comes
Yeah.
out, saying that is it a painful thing which is going to be played, or is it like something very inspiring or supporting each other or the confidence? You
and
know,
and and,
it's
and that's
there's a lot
what
of questions around that, the
yes.
two words.
What Vaishnavi said, so we are getting a lot of questions. अरविंद ये सीरियस प्ले है, हम हमें रुलाएगा हंसाएगा क्या होगा, हमें समझ में
सब
नहीं आ रहा है
सब
इस
करेगा. सब करेगा,
Absolutely.
सब करेगा और आपको चौंका भी देगा,
चौंका देगा.
चौंका
Absolutely.
देगा।
That name
तो
itself is so powerful.
आपने
And
कहा कि आप 14 साल से ये प्ले कर रहे हो, राइट? सिंस 2010, राइट? It was
जी।
written. So, and this is that pre-recorded thing, which is, so do you have to record it again and again with time passing?
Yeah, of course, because then otherwise the image, as I grow older, the image will also have to be recorded again, no?
right.
Otherwise, ऐसा थोड़ी कि then there'll be such a big disparity between the two, and that in itself is a very challenging thing that I don't want to tell, because after the play we'll do a question and answer,
Yeah.
in which then the audiences can ask whatever questions they have, and then they'll get uh, the richer experience. I don't want to give away too much of the play, but the thing is that we have traveled with it all over the world, and we've got standing ovations everywhere. So we know that people, uh,
Want
this is something people appreciate.
right.
No, with this conversation, I can tell you this, people will realize, because जो question मेरे से पूछ रहे हैं, जो मेरे पास आंसर नहीं है,
जी।
they are getting this from this talk कि ये monologue है, क्या है?
No, no,
तो
it's not a monologue. It's not a monologue at all. It's a conversation between two people, and
Yeah.
it has got. It's not like बैठ के बात कर रहे हैं. So there's a lot of movement. There's a lot of drama. There's uh, there is everything. मैं और बताना नहीं
Let's
चाहती.
keep it a secret or surprise to
हाँ, जो
everyone.
देखेंगे उनको
Yeah.
पसंद आएगा, ये मैं आपको बता देती हूँ.
Right. So, Shabana ji, you have worked on more than 160 films and you have worked with a lot of actors. So, like when you started your career, who inspired you? Like, who influenced you to get into it and also to, to analyze that, okay, you need to see the script because each of your movie has some story, a very strong story behind. So, who influenced you, like, to start with?
देखिए, first you must realize that I come from a family of artists. So the atmosphere in my house was different from the atmosphere in a doctor's house or an engineer's house. So I was drawn towards the arts in any case. Then what happened is I told you I started this Hindi Natya Manch with Farooq Sheikh. Did I tell you that when in college? So then my interest, because I used to go and watch my mother's plays, it was something I used to find fascinating. I used to see, many days before the play, how she would dress up like the character, how she would change her voice, how she would change her gait, the way she'd walk. So I used to find that transformation happening in front of me very fascinating, because it gives you a chance to inhabit the world of a person you might never have met in real life, and you would never have had the experience of knowing. And so that is what interested me. But the immediate thing was, I was shown some diploma films of the Film Institute, and there was Jaya Bhaduri, and she'd done a short film called Suman. And I looked at it and I said, I have never seen this kind of realistic acting in Hindi cinema. So I want to join the Film Institute
right.
also. And it was but then amongst actors, I think we've always had very good actors. But today also we've got, like, I think Alia Bhatt is a really, really fine uh, actor. I like Deepika. I like Tabu, Vidya Balan, uh, Divya Datta. So many of them are so good. See, the circumstances in which they are acting today are so much more comfortable. We never used to have vanity vans. We didn't even have, you know, restrooms, wash, uh, टॉयलेट्स एक्सेट्रा। मतलब कहीं
Wow.
भी हम जंगल में काम कर रहे हैं तो वहाँ जंगल में कहीं भी किसी पेड़ के नीचे बैठे,
Wow.
सोचो इस तरह से हम लोग ने काम किया है कि कोई एयर कंडीशनर नहीं, पंखे के सामने बैठो तो either your hair is getting destroyed or you sweat. It was very, very different. Today it's all very comfortable and very nice.
Yeah,
नहीं
the
आपको आप
facilities wise
या
if you see, I
नहीं
think
आपको
तब बहुत ज्यादा मुश्किल होता था शूटिंग वगैरह में. And now it's like you have all the facilities
But
in.
you know what has happened in the process, let me tell you, is now that we have all the facilities, then all of us, after we've done a shot, we all rush back to our air-conditioned uh, vanity vans. So the kind of camaraderie we used to have in films earlier, किसी के पास कोई बैठने की जगह ही नहीं थी, तो everybody used to sit around on the set. So, and everybody used to talk, everybody used to eat together. So the
Right.
closeness and the friendship that you made, um, yes, you have a lot more comfort, but some of that closeness that makes you feel like a family on, on a unit, that is somewhere lacking.
Right.
आपकी लेटेस्ट मूवी थी ना रॉकी और रानी की प्रेम कहानी, दैट वाज आल्सो ग्रेट विद धर्मजी.
Yeah, but it was Rocky Aur Rani is not the last film I did. See, I also did around the same time a film called Ghumar with Abhishek Bachchan and Sayami, which is a complete contrast to the kind of role I did in Rocky Aur Rani. Then for 2 years, I worked on Steven Spielberg's Halo. So we were in and out of Budapest. So it was a completely different experience. I mean, I've been working in Hollywood for a long time now, but now it's when it's Steven Spielberg, uh, and that also in Halo, it was a very extraordinary experience. So I've been doing work continuously and consistently. I now have a couple of films that are ready to release. Then I don't know whether you got to see my Netflix series called Dabba Cartel. Did you?
Yes, yes.
So now Dabba Cartel is being written, and we should go into its second season somewhere in January, February.
It
Wonderful.
had its own twists and turns.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
How was
Mm.
your experience working on the global film City of Joy?
It was very good. It was very good, but see, it's not when we work with them, it's not, they have very, very clear systems, very, very clear systems. Everybody knows exactly what they're doing. Like, if something goes wrong, then they don't know what to do.
Yeah.
Wow.
हमारे
Okay.
यहाँ तो पूरा कल्चर ही जुगाड़ का है. तो अगर समथिंग गोज रॉन्ग, कोई इधर से उधर कुछ मिठा के सब कुछ किसी ना किसी तरह से वो द गेम गोज ऑन. दैट दे यूज्ड टू फाइंड वेरी वेरी सरप्राइजिंग. एंड ऑल्सो इफ देयर वाज ओवर देयर, इफ देयर इज a makeup department, or if there is uh, uh, any different department, nobody interferes with the other department. हमारे यहाँ तो सब लोग सब कुछ कर देते हैं.
Yes.
मतलब अब आप देखिए कि वहाँ जो है, if you've got sweat on your face, then the makeup artist will come and just put your sweat only up to the neck, because below the neck, below the waist, it is the dressing person's job. तो अभी आपने यहाँ पसीना डाला, by the time the other people came and put the pasina, your face has again become dry. तो
That's
बहुत सारी चीजें अच्छी हम उनसे भी सीखते हैं, बहुत सारी हमारी चीजें भी वो सीखते हैं. So it's a win-win situation actually.
right. So, if our listeners wants to know, like, what kind of person Shabana Azmi ji? Is she a fun-loving person? What kind of person are you?
I have an image of being a very strict and a very serious person. But I think when people actually meet me on the set, otherwise, there's no reason that there is so many young girls who are part of a group that we call Dher Sara Pyar. So
Oh, lovely
उसमें
name.
उसमें मैं हूँ, उसमें विद्या बालन है, उसमें दिया मिर्जा है, उसमें दिव्या दत्ता है, उसमें तनिष्ठा है, उसमें उर्मिला है, उसमें तन्वी आज़मी है. So these are all much, much younger people. And what I find myself very fortunate is आमतौर पे होता ये है कि when you are working in a film, everybody becomes very close. And then after the film is over, then you lose touch with each other. But I have kept in touch with my groups of all different ages. And so then that is something that I really like and I value. So they then realize that actually she's a very fun person. Recently I had my 75th birthday. I don't know if
Yeah.
any of you all saw
No,
me.
we
On
saw all
18th
those videos.
September, yes, we
Yeah,
saw you
yeah,
on Instagram, so that's why I asked you this question.
dancing away. Yeah, so then they are surprised, but they realize that yes, I'm
Yeah.
actually a fun, a fun person.
Wonderful.
नो
And
एंड देन द मेन थिंग इज जो आपने बोला ना कि आपकी इमेज स्ट्रिक्ट है और
हाँ,
साथ में जावेद जी भी हैं, राइट?
हाँ।
तो वो डबल अप हो जाती है स्ट्रिक्ट इमेज के
और
के
फिर जब आप हमसे मिलते हैं, because Javed is the best sense of humor that I ever have known, ever. So then when people meet him, then they're also completely surprised because he cracks so many jokes and he's so funny. I mean, after being married to him for 40 years, continue to laugh. So my friends tell me, is your saga husband? How can you laugh so much at your own husband's jokes? I said, but he's very funny. What can I do?
नहीं वही जैसे वो बात करते हैं और जो उनकी नॉलेज है और जो
Yeah,
व्हाट ही ब्रिंग्स टू एनी कन्वर्सेशन, इट्स सो अमेजिंग दैट उनको बस सुनते ही रहो, यू
yeah,
नो।
सही है.
और फिर वही आपके कई इंटरव्यूज देखे हैं उसमें, जैसे आप बता रहे हो कि वो रोमांटिक भी हैं, लेकिन वो स्क्रीन पे कई बार नहीं पता लगता।
Yeah, yeah,
yeah.
true, true.
What's
यू
your
नो,
favorite movie, Shabana ji? Like, what's your favorite role, I would ask?
It's difficult because over such a long period span, it keeps changing. But I think the film that has the greatest impact uh, has been Mahesh Bhatt's Earth, because I think that is the film which really moved my direction uh, towards gravitating towards uh, towards characters that are empowered, or they go through a period of completely dependence to come into becoming their own. I think it is very important for art and cinema particularly to serve the woman, to serve the character of the woman as an equal. Because see, earlier when you used to see Hindi films, what were the names? मैं चुप रहूंगी. भाई चुप रहूंगी, why should that be considered a virtue?
यस।
You know? तो वो बहुत typical stereotypical roles थे औरतों के लिए. The understanding mother, the forgiving sister, the loving wife, not somebody in her own right. She was always somebody whose identity formed in terms of the relationships that she makes. Whereas men are recognized, their identities formed in terms of the work that they do. Now women are coming out and saying, no, we are not only wife and sister and uh, daughter, we are also individuals in our own right. And see, for a society to be healthy, it is important that men and women are given the same opportunities and should not be denied opportunities just because of their gender. So, although the situation is vastly improving, and although women are asking uh, for, you know, uh, for a greater place, there are still a lot of women who are treated as second-rate citizens. So we have to change that, because for a society to be healthy, you have to have women and men get the same opportunities. That's what my NGO, Mijma Welfare Society, does.
Right.
And to the same lines, just to again, you know better, but the way when we talk to women here, so they feel that you you give that a vibe that you could maintain your identity while being as a wife of another celebrity.
That's
And
right.
because, right, because there are so many wives out there of other celebrities, after they get married they lose their identity or become just a wife,
Yes,
right?
yes,
So so
absolutely,
so
yes.
so we don't know other than you who have maintained their identity only as Shabana Azmi.
No, no, but see, now look at it's changing because look at Alia Bhatt. I mean,
Yes,
Alia Bhatt, in spite of the fact that she has a child and uh, you know, she's doing everything.
yes,
So the
yes,
situation is becoming happier and better, but we still have a long way to go.
yes. So basically, the same thing that you have let that uh, crop there to for people to pursue.
That's right.
Yeah. So that's how they see you as a. That's why वैष्णवी ने बोला कि आप वो
Yeah, I mean, you are inspiring, of course. And my next question is like, what is that best advice you would like to give it to the new generation, or the young generation? Because we see a lot of people, they get either sad, depressed, or they lose hopes, they give up very fast, especially girls, I would say. So what is that best advice you would give it to the young people, the young generation, or the today's generation, or to everybody, I would say? Yeah.
Well, the world is becoming an extremely competitive uh, place that puts its own pressure. But each one of us has the power to become a catalyst for change. Even if we can help one person more than ourselves, then वो बूंद बूंद बन के सागर बनता है.
Hmm.
A lot of us feel कि अरे प्रॉब्लम इतना बड़ा है, आई एम सो स्मॉल, हाउ एम आई एवर गोइंग टू बी एबल टू मेक अ डिफरेंस, बट you can make a difference whether you do it on a small level or a big level. The thing I think for women particularly is to form friendships with other women where they can create sisterhood. So if you create sisterhood, then you realize many of them are suffering from the same ailments. Magar, the most important thing is to be financially independent. To be financially independent, to uh, make the family see that your choice of being a career woman is uh, is something that should be appreciated and not resented. लेकिन देखिए यहाँ तो फिर भी बहुत housework partners do. But
Yeah.
in India, there's no question of it. So the wife is working outside the house, then she's working inside the house. So it is very important for for the new relationships in which the man also takes on some responsibility of the children, of looking after the house, because the just the drudgery of domestic work being the sole responsibility of the woman is not correct. Also, I find it so strange that if a male has a business lunch or a dinner or whatever, it is automatically expected that the woman will accompany. But if the woman is a banker and if she wants her husband to come, he'll think मैं जोरू का गुलाम थोड़ी हूँ. Why should I go for her work? All those equations have to change. And I am very happy to see my own son, Farhan, for instance. He is the new age man. In fact, he runs an organization called Mard, in which he is going to colleges and speaking to young men and saying, we have to redefine masculinity. Why does it only have to be about six pack abs and about having power? Why can't it also be about consideration and gentleness and uh, you know value your partner's desires as much as you do? I think that is a very important thing. Okay, we redefine masculinity and we redefine femininity. I'm saying femininity, I'm not saying feminism. Those two are
Yeah.
yeah,
completely different things.
Right,
Yeah.
right.
पहले सोचते थे फेमिनिस्ट सोचते थे कि अरे आप फेमिनिस्ट हो तो why should you wear lipstick? Why should you wear fancy clothes? It's got nothing to do with your outward uh, appearance. It's to do with how you think. And if I think anybody in power and with authority, if we can each of us start empowering even one more person, you know, make it easy. Listen, we reached where we did because there were people on the way who helped us. So if
Yeah.
we can help people, uh, that's, I think, the what we should be doing, man or woman should be doing that.
Thank you. Thank you so much, Shabana. It's so wonderful. I mean, you you're so admirable, like adorable, I would say.
Thank you. That's very
It's
kind of
so
you.
nice. So,
Thank
before we wrap up, as I said, I really want to sing that song with you, from Masoom. I'll
Please
just
go
have
ahead.
two lines for you.
Hmm.
Um, okay.
Yeah.
तुझसे नाराज नहीं जिंदगी
जिंदगी
हैरान
हैरान हूँ मैं, हैरान
हैरान हूँ मैं तेरे
तेरे
पास
नाज़ुक सवालों से परेशान हूँ मैं, परेशान हूँ मैं।
Thank you. It's so wonderful to sing with you.
I think
So
वैष्णवी का
excited.
ड्रीम कम ट्रू हो गया.
Really, I mean, I love that movie.
Yeah.
Like, मैंने मेरे पूरे फैमिली के साथ देखा था उस मूवी को, and we all cried in that movie.
No,
Ah,
उसको देखा था,
that movie
and
is
I
as
like that
precious.
लकड़ी की काठी also from that song.
या बहुत
Oh
सारे
my
लोग अभी
God.
भी लकड़ी की काठी.
So me and my siblings, like we are so emotionally connected with that movie, and this today, like it's like you made my evening, my day.
Thank you. Thank you.
So thank you so much, and
Thank
And
you.
definitely would love to, all our to our listeners, what would be your message to all our Radio Nyra listeners?
Come and watch Broken Images.
yeah,
Definitely, that's
No,
so
but
really
I'd
so.
like to give, it's a share of my father, Kafi Azmi, and I would like to share this. And it says, प्यार का जश्न नई तरह मनाना होगा. प्यार का जश्न नई तरह मनाना होगा. गम किसी दिल में सही, गम को मिटाना होगा.
wow, wow,
Oh,
wow,
wow.
wow.
This
So
is so good. Oh my
Thank
God, I'm getting goosebumps now.
so so just to remind Radio Nyra listeners, this show is on October 2nd at
Yes.
7 p.m. in Fletcher Opera Theatre. Uh, Starts at 7 p.m. again, and the show is organized by myself, my wife from AKM Investments, Safe Classroom School, and Sharky's Cuts for Kids, as well as RTP Entertainment and Fun Lover Mandli, and sponsored by uh, Soul Flavorscape of India, plus Delta Hotels and Radio Naira, of course. So,
Yeah.
so thank you for all the things which we do, and thank you, Shubhana ji. It has been, I
It's been
think,
a pleasure.
Pleasure.
dream come
Pleasure
true to
talking
talk to
to you.
you.
And
Thank
I
you.
hope
Ada,
I'll
namaskar.
meet you tomorrow.
Okay, all right.
Definitely at the show. Thank you so much, Shabanji, for
Bye-bye.
your time. It's really
Thank,
wonderful talking to you. Thank you
thank
for
you.
all the
Thank you.
radio team, Radio
Okay,
Night.
thank you.
See you October 2nd. Bye.
Bye-bye.